At the intersection of poverty, climate justice, and population growth stands one of the most complex issues of the modern era: affordable and sustainable housing. A litany of catastrophes are confronting housed and unhoused communities.
The problem with affordable housing is the population is increasing, the world is densifying, cities are densifying, so naturally the cost of land is going up, and that's a factor it's hard to control.
How can we solve this global problem? Starting in the United States, low interest rates and gentrification accelerate a major divide between homeowners and renters, propelling increases in property values, taxes, and rent prices for existing residents.
From 1970 to 2010, rents increased at more than twice the rate of income growth. It's important to look at the numbers to know what really is going on.
The reality is a lot of people don't want to live in subsidized housing because of the stigma attached to it. It's a way to segregate. It's been a system of institutional racial segregation.
Cities are faced as well with the challenges of inequities towards some of our population. When you think about housing affordability and attainability, when you think about energy burdens, or communities that are transit dependent, or food insecurity, access to jobs, these are all things that we're beginning to realize have disproportionate impacts for different communities.
According to UN Habitat, 1.8 billion people worldwide lack adequate housing.
This is not just a matter of connectivity for feeling good, it's a matter of life or death.
The time has come for leaders and advocates from every industry to come together, utilizing their collective creativity to attack this looming housing apocalypse.
We need to look at this from a comprehensive set of solutions, almost like an ecosystem. And often what cities are missing is what's called the missing middle. It's a housing stock. We often look at either single family affordable or we look at multifamily. And we're not thinking about duplex, triplex, other forms of housing, even down to tiny homes.
And we need to crack this nut of affordable housing. We need to be creating these solutions that stack the functions of ecological benefit with economic benefit and social benefit, and look at micro transition housing and prototype as much as we can in the future of cities to really figure out how we're going to create housing for everyone.
What kind of city do we aspire to have? I think it's a better question. And if we have that question, then we could have, I think, a more robust solution addressing how could we have a better city for everyone, inclusive, safe, resilient. It would address all the other aspirations we have as a city, as a society.
These aren't just novel ideas. We have concrete plans and solutions today.
And now we have more tools necessary with big data and analysis to more effectively, affirmatively assert our values and ensure injustice is not being done.
We must embrace lowering the environmental impact of these developments when conceiving construction, with an emphasis on LEED and other certification groups targeting single-family homes. This includes investing in startups and companies that are pioneering 3D printing technology, testing new building materials to reduce the cost of construction. And arguably the most important factor is redefining and revolutionizing ownership models within communities.
There needs to be an alignment of public incentives and private motivation, work on different methodologies and different structures for ownership, and try to make sure that people can own their own homes. The ways that we finance these things, using innovative structures, new models of ownership, blockchain, tokenized real estate, community-owned assets. When people own things, they take care of them more. They're part of the community.
New land trust concepts are being introduced to promote ownership while preventing growing tax burdens, which force individuals to sell their homes. Architects are also designing high-density prototypes that can promote infill ownership, repurposing structures and existing elements within urban neighborhoods that can be profitable, tax-generating, attainable housing that is sustainable at the same time. These individual initiatives can only work when they're combined as a whole. When government and private sector entities work together, they can provide charities and NGOs the real support they need.
Buckminster Fuller said that we need to take care of 100% of humanity.
We have the resources, we have the wisdom, we have the ambition, and we have the compassion. Let's create sustainable, affordable, compassionate housing design together so that every human being on this planet has a place to call home.